Evening, everyone. We're here in Portugal today. Unfortunately, circumstances have happened today that the Queen has died, which is very sad news. I'm joined tonight with Dave's Freak. We're going to have a minute's silence before qualifying. Obviously, I don't know how many people are royalists or anything or not, or from foreign countries or whatever, but the Queen has been our Queen for 70 years on the throne. Prince Charles now will be taking over as our new king, but it's very sad news for the royal family today and for all of the country. And yeah, but like I say, we have a race tonight in ROM Official, which will be on a bit of a damp note due to the circumstances, but hopefully everyone will respect the 1 minute's silence at the beginning of qualifying. And yeah. Just waiting to get underway now. I believe the lobby's about to start. Black helmets were asked for everyone to be competing in, and hopefully they'll respect that. And just waiting on Days to rejoin, if he's there now. If you can hear me, Days. Is the lobby frozen?
I got no idea. I'm trying to join the lobby. It's not letting me join at all.
Have you tried resetting your game?
I'm actually going to do that now.
Sometimes that's what it does. If you don't reset from thing, it'll do like it's just stupid, the game.
Yeah.
Well, we're just waiting on our co-commentator to join the lobby, and then we'll be getting underway with short qualifying, around 33 laps of the Portugal Grand Prix. Not a track that I'm a fan of, I will honestly say. We have, funny enough, coming up in RSF1 next week, so I'll have to do some practice for it. some phones only. Okay. So I should be able to join. This, of course, is round 7 of the ROM official championship. Current championship standings are... I'll just do the top 3 for now. Which are ROM BFord on 103, Snipes on 100, ROM Drowsy on 79. Your top 3. Still waiting now on our co-commentator. Hello? My mic not coming through. Hello, 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 hello. Something wrong now. Hello?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't think the stream can hear me.
Let me pull up the stream. It's stream name?
Starsorphan.
You're okay. So you're on your own account.
Yeah. Streaming should be coming through.
Let me see.
Normally works.
You're coming through.
I can't hear it on my phone for some reason.
Your audio is just quieter. That's all. You're not as loud a speaker as I am, and I still can't join. All right, I'm resetting my Xbox.
Wait there. See if we can get a restart of the lobby. Hello. All right, boys. On a lap. Days can't get into the lobby, and
You just left, haven't you?
yeah, because I'm not. It's not streaming. And
It's not working.
I was on a loading. The main join lobby screen. I just realised that you're actually in the race.
We're in quality.
I'll join back again. Something's weird is going on.
I'll send you the invite in a second after that.
He's in.
Right. So I probably missed the first part off, man.
Fine.
No, that's right.
Right. I'll leave your party a minute because I don't know what happened there. That was weird.
Say Days can't get in at all.
He keeps trying to join. He can't get in. He's resetting his Xbox now, so yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll leave this party.
Okay.
Well, I missed the first part of qualifying with a stupid Xbox. So, Snipes. Snipes currently leads from 17-2.
Let's go. I'm finally in. Grazzy's heading into the pits. We've got Pigeon Munch, who's coming out of the final corner, up to the line, opens the DRS. It's a 17.69. Puts him up to P5 for the Alpine driver. The yellow in Sector 3, it's for Greeny and the AlphaTauri.
He's off track there.
Yep, he's trying to head into the pits. He's got no one behind him though, so he doesn't need to cut the corner there. Snipes out of the final corner, looks to be diving into the pits, and that he will.
Pigeon Munch on a lap.
With the McLaren of Med coming out.
Oh, I know what's wrong.
Oh, what is it?
Hello. Yeah. The reason I couldn't hear it on my phone was I had my headphones attached to my Bluetooth to my phone.
Ah.
So.
Oh boy. Mic is staticky.
My mic.
Yeah, it was getting very staticky for a second there.
Yeah.
Got Ludlow coming to the end of Sector 2. It's a 52.5 flat.
I think Dylan's
Doing that staticky thing again.
I don't know.
Come through the final corner, Ludlow heading downhill through the final corner, now onto the main straight. Opens the DRS into the line. It's a 17.8. It's P8 for the Williams. Next man across the line will be the Alfa Romeo of Dylan Baxter. Does not look like he's going to be putting up another lap here, though. He's starting to run out of fuel. He's got the ERS light off. Or on, I should say.
17.2 fast lap so far. Rom Drazi on 17.3. Granty there, who's joined today. New driver from RSF1.
Oh, I do see him. There he is.
Yeah. 17.5 for him. All on out laps at the moment. So a minute to go. Got Ron James. Also on out laps. I think Fawn Harvey is on a lap. Oh, and he spun it around. He's dropped it and resets the track quickly. Dylan Baxter's out.
Dylan Baxter. Is Dylan Baxter on the track? No, he's not. He's retired in the pits.
Yeah, he just completed his lap, so that'll be him for qualifying. Stato. Yeah, on 18.3.
And we've got Med, who puts up a P3 lap. It's a 17.4. Next man across the line is Snipes. He's just crossed the line to start his final hot lap. Got BFord diving into the pits. His session should be over. Grunty crossing line to start his hot lap. We've got 12 seconds left in the session. How many more people can cross the line before the session's over?
Well, he'll want to try and cement his lap now after his 17.2. Did get a little bit of a squirrely there.
Stato is going to be pulling into the pits here. So is Thron Arf.
McLaren gets out of the way
James
nice
as well. Rom Celtic. Next man across the line will be Greeny. Through the penultimate corner, now coming into the final corner.
Going to the line.
.21.3, not enough to improve his position. He'll stay P16 for this session. Snipes to the line now, and he does improve. It's a 17.2. Improves by about 2/100ths of a second.
Drazi's
Lauren
10th
improves
up.
by almost 2/10.
Drazi's 10th up, and he's
P4.
going to get a toe here. Up to the line, up to Red Bull. And he does get a toe.
Oh. He gets an improvement, but it's not enough for P1. He will be staying P2. That should be it for the session. Snipes, Drazi, Med are your top three for qualifying.
There you have it.
You got 4 different nationalities in the top 4.
Snipes gets the pole position from Rom Drazi. In third place, we got Med, Rom Lorne, Granty, Rom Celtic, Mr. Patient Manch, Rom BFord, Rom Ladler, Dylan Baxter, Akim AMG, Stato, Rom James, Fawn Harvey. At the bottom there, we have Moros, FIFA, and Greeny. So, Drazi, by the smallest of margins, is going to start P2 there from Snipes, the championship leader. One of the BFord's championship leader.
Would have been even closer had Snipes not improved on his last lap.
Yeah, definitely.
The Snipes only improved by 2/100ths of a second.
He had to improve. Otherwise he wouldn't have got pole. Well, it'll be a short break now before the race. So, who is your...
Bit of a cloudy start here to start off this race.
No. Stupid fucking game. It's put me in a car.
Are you kidding? Oh my god, no, I can see it on my phone. You're in a car. That's a joke.
Do you know what happened? I think it was. I think I joined a Starsorphan because I left the party earlier, and because I just joined the game as Starsorphan, and when I signed out of Starsorphan to get out of the party, and I really got back in. That's why I was staring at a screen for ages, thinking, "What the hell's going on?"
Oh man, that's rough. I did that in RSF1 when I first got there, and yeah, it was torture. I think they had to restart the lobby too because there was like connection issues, which just didn't help at all.
Well, we're going to miss the start, unfortunately. I'll retire in the pits straight away.
I'm gonna say unless they all agree to a race restart,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Oh, we're doing real formation lap here. I forgot I didn't. Yeah, okay. Right along with my head commentator for this race. We've got everyone on the grid starting on the medium tires. We are of course going to leave out ROM official. He's obviously not supposed to race today.
What would happen if I... No, it wouldn't. If I
All we can
left the
hope for
game.
is that nothing happens. Oh no, do not leave the game. That would be a drastic mistake. Let me look at the AI level right now, because
Okay, radar is clear.
the 41. Okay, well, I mean, it probably wouldn't be that bad of a mistake. Most of the leagues I'm in have it between 60 and 80. Now, I know one time someone left at the beginning of a league race, and heading into turn 1, the AI literally decided to become a battering ram and do what Valtteri Bottas did last year at Hungary.
Well, this is my
Ended up
first
taking out
ever
over half the field.
This is literally my first ever racing on ROM official. It's going to be a short one.
Yeah, that is true.
It's going to be a short one.
So your starting order, you've got Snipes, Drazzy, Med, Lorne, Runty, Celtic, Pigeon Munch, BFord, Ludlow, Dylan Baxter, Aki AMG, Stato, James, Thron Harf, I think. I don't know. Moros, FIFA, and Greeny.
Well, at least I'll get a view from the back.
Celtic gets disqualified due to a misalignment on the grid slot. So does Greeny, James, and Moraz FIFA. 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go here for the Portuguese Grand Prix at Portimao. As it looks like Snipes got a pretty good start, but Drazzy on the inside might take the lead. No. Get a bit of contact between him and Med. Oh, and Greeny's out. Greeny's crashed out. We got a huge wreck in the back, and we are going to have a safety car. The crash involved Greeny, Baxter, Stato, and Thron Hart. Got Baxter with wing damage. I don't know if Stato has wing damage. He does not appear to have any. Top 3 stay the same. Celtic gained 2 spots, and so did the other Aston Martin of BFord. These two are off to a tremendous start. Lorne, unfortunately, dropped 4 spots from P4 to P8. James goes up 3 spots. Moros FIFA goes up 3. One spot gained for the AlphaTauri of Thron Harf, who's unfortunately lost his teammate for the race. 2 spots lost for Stato, and 5 spots lost for Dylan Baxter. Not a very poor start from the Alfa Romeo, who's also got wing damage. to top it off.
Well, Dylan's going to get most of the coverage here at the moment.
Seems like it. Stato is not coming into the pits. Dylan Baxter is coming into the pits. And of course, my head commentator here for today is coming into the pits as well. He'll be retiring from the session. We can get back to commentating on this as a duo.
Yeah. Apologize for that, but it's been a bit of a fucked up night tonight so far.
Yeah, definitely not the way you would want to start it. But
No.
we've still got another 32 laps to watch and spectate here tonight. Baxter is now out of the pits. He is going to be on the hard compounded tire. Means he's going to have to hope he can make those tires, stretch those tires to the end, and the safety car should help him out. And as I look around, it seems like the track is getting a bit brighter. Sun's starting to peer through those clouds. Riding along with Snipes, and he is about 4 inches from the safety car.
Is there any forecast for the weather tonight?
I did not see the weather forecast, so I have no idea.
I should have checked just
I thought
then.
you would have seen it on the... When you were in the car, I thought you would have checked the weather report.
No, I didn't. I just literally wanted to get around quick and pit.
Fair enough.
So we could catch the action. But, well, safety car after the first lap. Well, let's be honest, we all expect things like that to happen on the first lap. Especially around a track
Stato.
like this.
We're on our swapping spots because Stato's heading into the pits. Okay.
He's seen that,
Sorry for the interruption.
maybe there's another strategy with the hard tyre. It's a
Perhaps he has.
very hard track to overtake on normally. Of course, they'll get the undercut now. They won't have to pit, hopefully. They could probably drag those tyres to the end, maybe. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know if you can make hard tires last to the end. You would probably need another safety car, at least, to even think about it. It would also depend on your setup for tire wear. Some people run very aggressive setups and they just eat their tires. And other guys, like myself, guys like me, we try to make the tires last a little bit so we can at least have some semblance of an advantage over the field.
Well, safety car in this lap.
Yes, it is. Stato and Dylan Baxter have caught back up to the field, so yeah. Safety car effectively now is Snipes in the Haas. So watch that beautiful red Mercedes safety car.
Med there sitting right on the
Oh
outside
boy,
there.
Snipes is really holding these guys up. Right on board with Sato. I mean, you're right on board with any of these guys. You can see that a whole
Oh,
pack
contact
is
between
forming up.
Drazzy.
Oh yeah, Snipes is going. Snipes is going, and he has
Look at him
absolutely caught
swerving.
everybody out.
Trying to break the toe there, the three of them. But
Not
Meds
just
is
that, they
another
might be
hammer.
trying to get heat into these tires. You got to remember, Snipes is
Ron
going
Sutlick
very
on the
slow on
outside.
this safety car. Oh boy!
What a
And
move by
Celtic
Ron
gets the move
Sutlick.
done.
And they both on the
Absolutely
brake.
monster seats. Oh, and
Real
then
lock up. Huge lock up there from Ron
oh,
Drazzy.
And Celtic's gone and he's out. Celtic is out just like that. I do not believe it.
He
Wow.
pulled an unbelievable move on the outside, and Med gave him space on the inside. I don't know what happened after that because the camera switched up. But then Drazi, trying to hold on to the position from Med, also have had a massive lockup, so I don't know how much it's affected his tyres. But Med, it seems to be struggling to get those tyres warmed up.
Very much so. He's lost another spot now. He's fighting with BFord. He's trying to catch up to these top three, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen if he has to keep fighting in Aston Martin. BFord looking to try and avenge his teammate now.
Well, look who's benefited massively out of that, Grunty. He's managed to get through all
he's P3 now.
So the two Ferraris going very well there. But to keep him in contact with Snipes, ROM BFord will want to get past Med as soon as possible. He's all over the back of him. And look at him, he's literally pushing him along through the DRS zone. And
Oh boy.
They're going side by side. I think he's going to get the move done. He does.
Yep,
and
he
Med goes
will.
wide. He's going to come back on track because he's going to be Pigeon Munch right behind him.
Meanwhile, at the back, Thrawn Harf losing another spot. I don't know if he's had a very good start.
Yeah, it's starting to spread out a little bit now. And
Not a lot, but a little bit. Seeing little gaps form between Lorne and Pigeon.
well, now ROM BFord's got the move done. He could charge after the top three now. He's got Grunty there. Grunty seems to be dropping back from Drazi.
And here's something to note. Snipes just put up another fastest lap. He has used next to none of his ERS so far.
He seems to like this track, but Drazi is still right behind him. He's not pulled away or anything out of the DRS zone. As Grunty
Certainly hasn't.
has suddenly caught up a bit more through sector 1 there. Although he did go wide there, he lost the brake in there. So and Pigeon Munch is gone. I switched
We got a
just
yellow.
onto him. Switched onto him,
Oh, yeah.
and he just dropped it, and he's dropped right the way back to the back of the field.
No wing damage, though, so good news for him. He's not going to have to pit here. So he might if his tires are overheating.
It is one of those tracks, though, where you can drop it so easy.
Oh, yeah, and if you do drop it, it's going to cost you hand over fist amount of time.
I mean, and track position there for Pigeon Munch. He's right at the back of the field now behind Stato in the Mercedes. So, yeah. Grunty, though, he is a little bit behind, but he's still matching the top two. So, yeah. And Med, who was struggling early on, has now suddenly found a bit of pace as well, because he's right on the back of ROM BFord now.
Yep, he's not letting BFord get away.
So, he qualified, I believe.
Position battle for P11 between Baxter and Throd Harp. Baxter looks to get the better of him for now. Oh, he almost touches the back of the Alfa Romeo. Right on his gearbox. He can smell what he had for breakfast this morning.
Well, this top three is now turning into top five with ROM BFord and Med closing in on the top three. And Ron Lord,
I don't know if you notice it, but in Sector 2, Drazzy loses a bit of time to
yeah, he's down
He's
6.
dropped a bit back too. We got what looks like a double overtake for Baxter, at least trying to. No, Thrawn Harf now gets the move done.
Oh, look at it. Lock up there from the
Moro's
AlphaTauri.
FIFA. Moro's FIFA, meanwhile, losing 2 spots in the span of just one straight, and it looks like he might lose a third, possibly to Stato. No, he backs out.
Some huge lockups on this track so far. Seem to be losing the break-in. Like,
Certainly, this is a track that can definitely hurt you. You lock up once, you might lock up a lot more than just once. Snipes, your top 5 right now have done a pretty good job of not locking up from what I've seen, but
well, Drazzy did have a lockup at the beginning of the safety car restart. So, yeah, but he's gone on since then, and he's actually dropped out of the DRS zone now of Snipes. So, that could be interesting. Snipes is
and
really
Snipes continuing to put up fastest laps. And Grunty gets the first 3 seconds. This could be huge for the guys behind.
well, the midfield pack
Stato
is
gets the 3-second now himself.
midfield pack here of you got Ron, Lorne, Rodden Lato, Ron James, and Aki. Aki seems to be using the DRS well of Ron James, and Dylan Baxter I think's got the move done there.
He did
Oh.
around the outside.
The thrown heart. So thrown heart. Oh, thrown half. Almost lost the rear there.
I wasn't sure if you were still watching him, but yeah, he nearly sent the car into the grass.
Well, Pigeon Munch there at the back.
Snipes continuing to pull away from these guys.
Pigeon Munch dropped to the back there, and he's right behind Stato now. He must be thinking in his head that that one mistake now has just cost him so dearly in this race.
That it certainly has, and the worst part is now he's at the back of a DRS train. Going all the way up from P10 down to P14. Looked for a move on the inside of Stato, not going to get it done though.
Yeah.
Oh, he might be looking for a move here. He's going to get it done, but Stato looking for the switchback, it's not there. Oh, but Stato has DRS down the straight and Pigeon Munch does not.
Can he hold position? I think he can. Got to go in side by side. Yeah, he's got the move done.
Get it done.
Right. Oh, and ROM BFord has got the move done on Grunty as we switch back.
That he
They're going
has, but
side by
Grunty's
side.
got the switchback. Oh, not one of the corners you want to try and go side by side in. BFord's not going to get DRS, but you know who is? It's going to be Grunty. Grunty's going to have a huge run. Maybe not here, but down the second DRS straight, he's definitely going to have a run.
That DRS straight there doesn't seem to work very well on this track. Seems to be this one up here that seems to work better.
And while Pigeon Munch at the back gets P12 from Moro's FIFA.
Look at that though, Med. It's on 6% ERS.
And he's still burning it a bit.
He's really struggling for ERS. I think because he was battling so hard at the beginning, he had to blow a lot of it. But Drazzy,
Speaking of pushing so hard, Drazzy, yeah, you were about to say, oh boy.
he caught right back up to Snipes, who may have had some kind of slip or something, a mistake, because he's opening up the gap again. You see that elevation there on that straight.
Yeah. Huge incline right before the finish line, and then a huge decline right before turn 1.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, it's the reason, because if you look at the ERS of Drazzy and Snipes, they're pretty much the same. But whereas before, Snipes had about 20% more than Drazzy, so I'm assuming that he's had a mistake somewhere, Drazzy. The gap to suddenly close by a second.
Yeah, perhaps Snipes just was pushing a little ERS there, and maybe now he's sort of backed off. May have pushed his tires a little too hard too.
Good will up. He's trying to open up that 1 second gap again, and he has. So, yeah.
He is. He's right on the edge of it.
It's ROM BFord. Well, he's been dragging Grunty along for the last couple of laps. Grunty's been
And I think
losing
right at the DRS detection point, Drazzy did not get it. No, he did. He did. Just enough. Just close enough.
Yeah, he burnt a little there, just keeping it. Yeah.
I know in last year's game, this was definitely one of my favorite tracks just because of how much you would have to continuously push. You couldn't mess up even once. Pigeon Munch is the first man in the pits. He's on to the hards. Gonna try and go to the end on these now.
Yeah, I think he wants a bit of space in front of him. Put some solid laps in, try and get the undercut on some of the guys ahead of him. It's the right time to pit.
I would certainly not say, I wouldn't say it's too early to pit,
I'd say it's the right
but
time.
your hards will be a little, your hards are going to be definitely suspect that by the end.
Well, he's got 20
Snipes right now
laps.
putting up one of his best laps. He's improved through the first 2 sectors by almost 2/10.
Yeah, he's bridged that gap now.
Yeah, Drazzy's trying to hold on, but I think in order for him to hold on, he might have to start absolutely abusing his ERS button.
Yeah, and Grunty. No, BFord's gone to the
BFord's
pits.
BFord's in the pits. Anyone else behind him choose to go as well? No. Thron Harf does, though. Ooh. Harf locking it up into the pit lane, trying to slow down time. No one else is pitting. Just BFord and Harf.
So where is BFord going to come out? Is he going to have a bit of open track ahead of him to get the undercut to work?
Oh, he certainly does. He does. He has quite a bit. About 6.5 seconds behind Moro's FIFA.
Yeah. So, yeah, he should have a bit of an open track now. Get the hammer down, get the undercut on the top free. And, yeah.
Harf is just in front of Pigeon Munch, but it looks like Pigeon Munch's undercut has worked.
A little personal note there. This is actually some good information from me and you, really, because we got our race on Tuesday.
Yeah. And Grunty's also an RSF1. His race is on Monday, so this race should definitely prove to be quite a good race for information gathering as he dives into the pits. Does anyone else behind him choose to go as well? No. Lorne, Ludlow, and Med all stay out. James stays out. So does Aki AMG. I'm honestly shocked that so many guys are staying out. Moro's FIFA's coming in now.
Aki spun.
Oh,
Jesse's.
did he?
Just as you said
Oh,
that.
we did.
Maybe you should have pitted.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be pitting this lap now. I don't think you want to go any longer than 14 laps on the mediums here. I feel like 14 is the max. If you go 15, I mean, out of your mind.
Grunty got out ahead of ROM BFord, but they're battling side by side now. And it looks like the fresher tyre, the warmed up tyres of BFord worked well for him there, but he did manage to get out ahead of him, Grunty, despite pitting a lap. How much it takes to get these tyres warmed up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to take at least a lap, at least, for the tires to get up to decent temperature. Snipes on 15-lap-old mediums puts up the best lap again. Drazzy's now in the pits. Med follows suit. Ditto Lorne and Ludlow. James stays out again. I do not believe what he and Snipes are doing. I'm actually shocked. Key AMG's coming in, so he does finally pit after spinning out. I mean, after seeing the yellow, I think people are going to start thinking maybe safety car's coming out soon. But these top four, Baxter and Stato don't have to pit. They can go to the end if they want to. I don't know if they'll be able to, but they certainly can. Snipes and James have to pit, though. And the gap between Snipes and Drazzy is 27.4 seconds. Bound to decrease once Drazzy gets his tires heated up.
Let's have a look to the leader. Currently, ROM BFord is 31 seconds and a half seconds behind the leader. Judging by how much it takes for a pit stop.
Snipes in the pits. James is about 15 and a half seconds back, almost 15 and a half back. He is staying out another lap. I am actually shocked that he's doing this.
Ron James is your
all eyes on Drazzy. All eyes on Drazzy. Can he get out ahead of the Haas? No, he's way too far back. Well, this outlap is definitely going to be brutal for Snipes.
Interesting on that.
Snipes is weaving down the straight to warm up the tires. Stato is right behind him, though. Thrawn Harf gets a 3-second time penalty.
John Baxter's going to go to the end, is he?
He can.
Yeah.
He's 8.5 seconds ahead of Snipes. He can, technically, he can go to the end on these hards if he wants to.
I mean, you look at the gap there between Drazzy and ROM BFord. I mean, fair enough, Snipes is only 9 seconds behind him, 8 seconds behind him. But look at the gap there between Drazzy and ROM BFord, and they're stuck behind Stato at the moment, who is not pitting. So they're going to be losing time, big time. I mean, ROM BFord, who pitted way earlier than everyone to get the undercut, is stuck behind this group here as well. And he doesn't seem to have got the pace on these hard tyres. So could this be
I don't think he does.
Could this be a master stroke for Baxter to get a podium? And he's catching.
Certainly could be.
Catching up to Ron James, obviously, because Ron James is on 7th tackle medium, so his tyres are going to be absolutely screaming. But they hold on as long as they can. I mean, time these Drazzy and ROM BFord get up to them, their tyres aren't going to exactly be amazing.
Oh, it's probably going to take them the whole race to catch up to these two. More specifically to Dylan Baxter.
I mean, Dylan Baxter, his teammate there, in front may let him go.
Yeah, I think that's why he's dropping back so much. He's just gonna give
Yeah,
him
he's
the
letting him
toe.
go.
Yeah,
He's-
he's
yeah.
letting him go completely. He should have given him the DRS though. Oh, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know why he let him go like that.
He's getting
Unless
the
he was
DRS
just
back
gonna give
himself.
himself DRS. I don't know why he would do that.
Rob Hart said no team orders. He's going to use him now, hopefully to drag each other along. And Ron
James
picks
gets a
that up.
3-second time penalty. Drazzy gets past Stato.
Finally, the stopgap is gone there for Drazzy. So the same stopgap there is for ROM BFord, but ROM BFord hasn't caught up to Stato. This is very strange. He's not caught up so quickly.
Stato's got the DRS and he's past Drazzy.
Same with Grunty.
He's gonna hold on to P4.
Grunty there. It seems as though these two don't seem on the pace on these hard tyres.
No, they definitely don't. They're not. I would have thought after Drazzy passed Stato, he would have just started to pull away, but he immediately lost P4 and gave it right back to Stato.
Barring a safety car now. I mean, we've got, what, 14 laps to go, but Dylan Baxter, I mean, he's going to take those tyres, what, another 14 laps? 17 already. I mean, 13 now. So 18, 12, 12. I think near on.
Snipes with another fastest lap.
30 laps on the Hearts.
Snipes is catching Baxter at this rate of half a second a lap.
Stato is coming back at Ron Drazzy.
Is he
Wait,
now?
What is going
He
on?
is.
Stato?
And BFord is catching up to these guys. He's now in the DRS.
What's
This
happened
could
to
be drastic for Drazzy.
There's something wrong there, because
I just think when a lot of these guys came out of the pits, the track was pretty dark, so it was probably a lot cooler. So the
Yeah.
tires weren't heating up to the way they wanted them to. With the sun now back out, he may find that pace he's been missing.
yeah, perhaps the
He's got to pull
wall,
another 4/10 on Stato to get
That's
out of the DRS.
that's the more worn the tyre of the hard tyre, more racing. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Ron BFord has got a nice run here.
James in the pits. That last lap, Snipes caught Baxter by 1.8 seconds. At this rate, he will catch him in 3 laps.
Look at that.
But with how hard Snipes is pushing on these tires,
Well,
could that
Stato goes
hurt
right.
him at the end?
Side by side. He does get the move done. And now,
James is going to come out P11 right behind Pigeon Munch.
a lock up from Drazzy there. Big lock
Oh
up.
dear, this could be. This is just not going the way Drazzy was hoping. He's 5.2 seconds back on Snipes. The guy, when he pit, I think he was only about 1.4 back on him when he pit. He's lost 3.8 seconds, essentially.
Yeah, 4 seconds. lead. He will catch him big time now. I think that their tyres are starting to come good now. They've had a few. They burnt a bit of the rubber away and got the tyres up to temperature. This is where they're going to start to close in on Dylan Baxter. Can he hold
Snipes
on?
caught that last lap 1.3 seconds.
Yeah, he's definitely holding on for a safety car here. I think Dylan Baxter.
Oh, he certainly is. A safety car right now would be an absolute godsend for Dylan Baxter.
Oh yeah.
Although, who knows, maybe he's not thinking about going on to the mediums. Maybe he might be thinking about going on to the softs if he does pit.
There's another guy at Grunty though.
We got another yellow. It's for James. Oh boy, this is just not looking the way James wanted it to at all. It's such high hopes.
Well, 11 laps to go. He's still got a chance of scoring points here today. Moore's FIFA there at the back. He's on 7-lap old hard.
I'd say right now everyone still has a good chance of scoring points.
There's another guy, Pigeon Munch. He's 3 seconds behind Rom Lawn. It's midfield here of Med. You got Rom Ludlow there at the back of Med, who has not had the best of races so far. Something's happened. Has Grunty gone around?
So that last lap, Baxter
Razzie
actually pulled 3/10 on Snipes.
BFord's got the move done on Drazi.
Razzie too far back to make a move back on BFord. He's going to stay in P4 for now.
Yeah,
Grunty's made the move on Stato. He's P5 now.
Drazi's not liking these hard tires.
Oh, it certainly isn't. He's definitely hoping for a safety car before the end. Get onto a set of softs, see what he can do on those.
Snipes is slowly catching up to Dylan Baxter now. Dylan Baxter doing amazingly well on 21-lap-old hards.
Oh yeah, an absolutely supreme job from the Alfa Romeo, Dylan Baxter.
Very good racer, Dylan. Very quick driver on his day. Wolf Snipes, you would think would be favourite for this race still. Rom BFord and Drazi are fighting tooth and nail here.
For 7-lap-old hards, you can, if you look on board with Snipes, his tires are definitely starting to show some signs of wear.
Everyone seems to be locking up at that corner.
The hairpin?
Where Drazi and BFord were just at the end of that straight.
Yeah, that's okay. That's the hairpin. Okay. Snipes is nearly in DRS of the Alfa Romeo.
I know this. Grunty start a little bit now. He's got past Stato.
Yeah, he's pulled away from Stato by almost 3 seconds.
He's closing up to Drazi now. And Drazi's having a look. Turn 1. Is he going to get the move done? No.
No, Stato's in the pits. Stato's pitting after 21 laps on those hards.
Huge block up again from Ron BFord. Must be using ABS, no ABS. You look at his car, it just drops up into the corners all the time.
Snipes now less than
Iowa.
7/10 back on Baxter.
Well, back on with the leaders. Yep, like you say, he's close right up to him now, and it's just a matter of time.
Pigeon Munch with another 3 seconds.
Matter
Gives
of
him
time.
6. Meanwhile, Snipes now is right behind the Alfa Romeo. Although he had a very bad exit out of the penultimate corner, he lost about half a second there.
Yeah. May not be able to get the move done here, but probably on the next straight he'll manage to sweep past them. He's got about 62% ERS to 51% of Dylan. So Dylan can
Oh,
defend.
big lockup from Snipes.
24 lap old tyres. It's so hard to get the right braking zones, get the right corner entry on such worn tyres. You've just been and constantly looking in your rear view mirror now.
I don't know. I would say Dylan Baxter's done a really good job on these tires.
Oh yeah.
I mean, absolutely phenomenal. He should not be doing as good as he is right now on these tires.
No.
And the fact is that he's just put up an absolutely phenomenal race. If he does not win today, I mean, he still deserves driver of the day vote from me.
Oh yeah, I can't see him winning, but see him sneaking the podium, yeah.
Certainly a podium in the works for him.
Meanwhile, that's midfield battles starting to take hold. You've got Mr. Pigeon Match, Rom Lawn, and Ludlow and Med all fighting for P9
Oh,
up to P6.
Baxter's still fighting with Snipes. Snipes has got the move done, but Baxter's not giving up, not just yet.
Yeah, and BFord are fighting
Snipes
as well.
has clearly got the better traction out of the corners. That might be the move for the win there. Why is he not able to make the move on BFord? Stato's now got the fastest lap at 19.7. Stato also getting the move done on James.
Look at this Pigeon Munch
Four car.
sitting right at the back of this. He's got the perfect side here. They're all fighting for.
This is the battle for P6, 7, 8, and 9. Unfortunately, back at the front, Baxter has dropped out of the DRS.
Let's spun. He ghosted out.
Oh, he's left the session. Oh no! I'm gonna send him an invite now.
Ghosted out there. And unfortunately lost 3 places because of it.
I can't send him an invite, I don't think, because he's not on Xbox. Okay, that is unfortunate. I do hope he rejoins quickly.
Recently played with.
I checked it, it didn't show him up at all. Let me see if I can go back. No, it's not showing him. I don't understand.
Yeah, not me.
It's an absolute travesty.
Why isn't it
It's an absolute travesty. Med's going to miss out on this battle for P6 because of that. Oh, the absolute scenes.
Oh, I know what it is. Is he on PC?
He is on PC, yes.
Yeah, that's probably why. We'll be able to bite him. Well, we'll go back on with the race, unfortunately. And I think Rom alone is close to that as well.
No, he's still solid. Drazzy gets the move done on BFord. BFord definitely going to look to make that move back to get B3 on track. These guys are catching Dylan Baxter pretty quickly too. Baxter's not dropped nearly that much time to Snipes. He's only 2 seconds back. Not exactly losing out on him at all. He is having to use a lot of ZRS though. He's down in 20% range.
Well, Stato's on the soft tyre. He's come out trying to set the fastest lap and trying to gain some places there at the back. But Ron James, obviously, he had that spin coming out of the pits that cost him a lot of time.
Stato,
Ron
23 second time that'll be in there.
Ron Harvey there, 1.7 seconds behind Aki. Now, penalty-wise, as well. He's on 6 seconds, so he will.
Do you think if the clouds had stayed overhead over the track, do you think Baxter could have kept P1? Because before the sun came out, Snipes was not really catching Baxter much at all. It wasn't until the sun came out where his tires started to really get where they needed him to, where he needed them to be.
Yeah, it dropped in temperature massively, and then everyone seemed to be struggling with it.
Yeah, and that was the issue with the lack of the heat on the track because of the cloud cover. No one was really having much pace on the hards. The only exception was really Dylan Baxter, because he'd already been on the hards for so long and didn't really affect him.
Ludlow for 6th place. Grunty is kind of
Oh, what has happened? Oh, okay. Stato got a double move on the AI and then also on Thrawn Harvey, but then he lost both spots.
He goes through it because it's on Ghost.
Yeah.
Grunty there, he's had pretty much a quiet second half to this race. Dropped back from Rom Drazi and Rom BFord by about a couple of tenths here at a lap. Rom Drazi has got the move back down on Rom BFord there.
Oh!
But the two of them...
BFord almost hitting into the back of the Ferrari.
You can see Dylan Baxter now in the distance. This is going to heat up now for the last 2 laps after this. But can Dylan Baxter hold on for a famous podium yet? On 29, and I say it.
At the end of this race, it'll be 32 lap old tires. Hard. Can he push these tires to the end? Will these two completely pass him and leave him in the dust? One of these two does have a 3-second time penalty. You gotta remember, this isn't. He's not going to get him on track unless he's got 3 seconds, or after penalties, unless he's getting 3 seconds ahead of Dylan Baxter.
They're only a second behind.
Razzie is in the DRS. Can he keep that gap under a second by the line? Oh, he certainly can. He's caught him by about 3/10 out of that exit. Snipes putting up the best lap of this. Oh, and Baxter's into the pits. Oh, he had a puncture.
Oh, no.
He had a front right puncture. So that is Dylan Baxter's race for the podium over and done with. You hate to see it. The worst way to see a man lose out on a podium. I'm not going to lie, I was pulling for him to be able to get to the end.
Yeah.
The good news for Dylan Baxter is I don't think he's going to be a pass by Aki AMG. He can at least hold on to P8. You hate to see a guy miss out on a podium like that.
Oh.
The better news is Dylan Baxter's going to have a huge chance to also take fastest lap from the man that took away P1 from him. Got no penalties, so if he wants to get P7 at least, he's going to have to catch up to Pigeon Munch by around 6 seconds. So catch up by about a little over 4 seconds to him.
He's 10 seconds behind. Ron Malone.
Now the final lap of this race. BFord and Drazi both fighting for P2. BFord's going to get the move done. Turn 1, Stato gets another 3-second time penalty. Oh! Big dive bomb. Oh boy. And BFord gets the move done, but it's not over yet. Drazi's got DRS. He's going to try to go around the outside. Nothing going for him there. BFord might hold on to P2 on track.
So we'll go back on with the leader. But they're still
Heading through the
fighting
final
tooth and
sector
nail. Where is the leader? We'll keep on track with these two as they're fighting hard for the last bit, and then we will switch over. I'm going to switch over as Snipes wins the Portuguese Grand Prix. Coming home in second
This fight
place
for
will be
P2
ROM
is going to come
BFord.
down to the down to the wire, but it looks like BFord is going to hold on. He's going to get P2, P3 for Drazzy. Brunty with a pretty quiet race, but will take a very respectable P4.
Pigeon Munch coming
P5 going to the Pigeon Munch, but after penalties, that will go over to Ludlow. P6 Lorne, P7 Mr. Pigeon Munch, P8 is Dylan Baxter as he takes the fastest lap from Snipes with an 18.9. Aki AMG P9, P10 James, Thron Harf, P11, P12 for Stato, and Moros FIFA takes P11, or 12 I believe actually, P13.
Well, that was an interesting end to the race. Unfortunate for Dylan Baxter there, missing out on a podium on the last couple of laps through a puncture. But it did look like it was puncture territory there.
It certainly was puncture territory for the last 2 or 3 laps before he pit, or had to pit I should say.
Yeah, but it was kind of lucky where he actually got the puncture really. He was right by the pits.
Yeah, right by the pit. We didn't even know he had the puncture until I saw him go into the pits and then went on board.
I saw him dramatically lose time, and I was like, surely they haven't caught him for that much in the space of a couple of corners. And then, yeah.
It explains why he lost 3/10 out of the penultimate corner.
He must have just felt it go, and then just knew then that the podium had gone.
Yeah.
But such a gutter there for him. But obviously that helps out ROM BFord and ROM Drazzy. That's just the full race order there. Yeah. We've switched down so that we can get the whole order. There you have it. Unfortunately, Greeny there on the first lap. DNFing. So, yeah. As we await to get people in now for the interviews.
Yep. I've invited Snipes. I tried to invite Drazzy, then I remembered it was on PC. Oh, there he is.
Sorry? Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Well, I'd like to say, yeah, congratulations to the top 3. Very good race at the end. Unfortunately, Dylan Baxter missing out there through a puncture. I will start with Ron Drazzy. Congratulations on the podium today. You got there in the end. Also, some hard battling there with ROM BFord as per usual. Some of it a bit over the top at the end, maybe. But yeah, you got there. And how did you think the race and quality went?
Quality was good. It was like 300s of Snipes. Wasn't expecting him to be that fast, but alright. And then the race, yeah, I was just following Snipes the whole way. He had high downforce, I had low downforce, so he was gaining in the corners and I was gaining back on the straights. And then after the pits, I had a 3-second lead on B4, but my headset disconnected, so I had to do, and I was right in the battle with Stato, so I had to do the whole lap on just the feeling of the wheel. and that's how I lost the 2.5 seconds to BFord. Because if I didn't disconnect the headset, I would have comfortably had P2. But that's how it goes. So
Did you struggle with like tire temperatures and stuff after the pit stop?
the hearts took a long while to heat up. I don't know if you had the same, Ben. Like they just stay cold for like 1.5 laps.
Yeah, it is.
It's crazy. So,
But we were wondering why you went up to the leaders, you and BFord, and we were like wondering if it was the actual temperature of the track.
I just don't know. The hearts just didn't warm up. But as soon as they warmed up, they were pretty good. I didn't have any temperature issues.
Okay, yeah, no. I was speculating that it was the cloud cover that prevented the tires from being as fast as they could be. That's why
Right.
pretty much everyone on track outside of the
Whoa.
two Alfa Romeos. Oh boy.
Oh my god.
I was assuming that the reason why it was
Stars.
so.
You might.
Yeah, your mic sounds like it's in a river right now or something. But I was speculating the reason that everyone's tires were so cold was the cloud cover, and like everyone just seemed pretty slow compared to what they were before the cloud cover, with the exceptions of the two Alfa Romeos who went pretty long on the tires they had.
Yeah, they went extremely long on those tires. I was helping out as soon as I got that 3-second penalty. I was trying to help out Dylan by fighting BFord as much as I could, but he had a puncture 1 lap before the end, so didn't really work out.
Yeah, that's unfortunate end to the race for Baxter. I'll say personally, I was pulling for him to get a podium just because of how long he was getting those tires to last. I feel like if the cloud cover would have stuck around for the whole race, he definitely could have made it to the end. But okay, Drazi, you finished P3, I believe, after your penalty. Yeah, P3. How did you feel for the race, and are you satisfied with how you did?
Yeah, like I said, if the headset didn't connect, it would have been a easy P2, but that's how it goes. So still a podium, can't complain. Even with a penalty, it's still a podium. And I finally have a teammate, and he finished right behind me, so that's good points for the team.
Yeah, and your teammate is Grunty. I know a lot about Grunty. He's pretty good in the league he and I are in. What track is next for you guys? Let me look at the schedule. Baku. Okay, Baku. How are you guys feeling for that track? How are you feeling specifically?
Good. I like the track. I've always struggled in that castle section, but apart from that, I really enjoy it, and I'm gonna try my best and finish on the podium again, or at least try and get the win.
For sure, for sure. Well, congrats on P3, Drazi.
Thank you.
Hope you continue your good streak to finish it. Good finish streak. Heading into Baku. Next, we got P2, ROM BFord. You finished P2. How did you feel after this race?
A bit disappointed. I think I had the pace to fight for the lead. The qualifying really messed me up. I put my back foot from the get-go. So P2 is probably best for leg. Well, maybe P3 got the strategy got penalty and all that. But sort of with a headset, caught him up, so that's what allowed us to battle. So just the qualifying really was the main problem with that. That's it.
Okay. Heading into Baku, how are you feeling?
No, depends how I get on. I did a little bit of practice. It's not my most confident track, but I can be good at it sometimes. So never know. Hopefully I do alright.
All right. Well, was Rom Celtic by any chance helping you throughout this race as an
He was hard
engineer?
on lap 3. Oh yes, he did.
Oh.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, yes he did.
No, I knew he
yeah.
crashed. I knew that. I was.
Yeah. As an engineer, yes he did. Helped me decently, so that wasn't too bad. Fair play to him.
Okay. Well, good to see the Aston Martins helping each other out. That'll do it from me. Great race from you, B4. Great race from you, Drazi. Hope to see you both back here on the podium next week. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't be commentating. I don't know yet. Thursdays are sketchy.
So PB.
Well, like I said, great race, and to anyone watching, thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure once again commentating on this league. Hope you all have a good night.